So Cursor and SpaceXAI have recently released Grockbot, a tool that makes it easy for regular people to use and communicate with AI agents, letting you connect them to different plugins, add skills, create routines and schedules, generate images, and each agent runs 24/7 in the cloud on a computer that you can access. Let's go through how to use it so you know if it's worth your time. And guys, if you like these kind of videos, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. So right off the bat, here is the clean, minimal UI for Grockbot, showing the bots I have here, the conversations, and if I want to add a new bot, I can just click here to create a new one, or I could click on these to kind of have a group chat with the bots. But what's more intuitive is for me to ask a bot to create a new bot for me. So I'm going to ask it to create a brand new design bot, amazing at front-end designs, give it a name and a decent description. And now we can see this bot is working, it's gone to the top, and it's created a new bot here with a name of Studio. I can right click and move this bot to new section, click on this computer icon to see the computer the bot has access to, which we'll talk about later, or I could click on this cog icon to change the design and color of the bot, as well as the name and the description, which is more like the system prompt that will get run each time you prompt this bot. Now here the bot has asked me what it wants to work on right now. I'm going to hit design system, but in fact, let's give it a prompt to use Firecrawl. Use the Firecrawl design skill to go to the Next.js site and create a design system from it. From that design system, create an image of a brand new site for a new mobile app for booking flights. Now, before I run this prompt, I'm going to click on plugins to show you the list of plugins available to Grockbot out of the box. But I've already installed Firecrawl, which you can see over here, which gives Grockbot access to 10 different skills. So from this prompt, Grockbot should be clever enough to use Firecrawl to complete this task. And while it works on this, let's take a look at the bot's computer that we can access by clicking here and then clicking on Open. And we can see this desktop with Chrome, a file manager, and a terminal. Now what's cool about this is that each bot has complete control over this environment, and so do we. So I can go to Chrome and use it as I normally would. It has access to the internet. I can open the file manager to see what files it has access to, and I can open the terminal, which by default has Bun, and Node installed. And the cool thing about this is that each bot has access to this same computer, but with different screens. So here, if I go to the files, every bot has access to all of these files. And if I install a tool on the terminal, then each bot has access to it too. Now we'll come back to this computer later, but we'll go back and have a look at what the bot has completed. And we can see it's used the Firecrawl design workflow to get the brand tokens from Next.js. It's generated this flight booking marketing site, has created this design MD, and has just made an image of this site, which looks really impressive. Let's now ask the Studio bot to hand this design over to my Builder bot to build this site. And just like that, both the bots are communicating. We can see Builder has two messages over here from Studio, and if we wanted to, we could click here to see their full conversation. So while the Builder works on this site, let's go through how Grockbot handles skills. So if we click on plugins and click on yours, down here are where all the custom skills are installed with this private toggle that gives it access to all the bots. So right now, if I click on any bots and run /tweet, we can see it has access to it. But let's say for some reason I didn't want this bot to have access to that skill, I can go to plugins, back to yours, scroll down and turn this off. And now it doesn't have access. Now there are three ways you can give Grockbot skills. The first way is to copy a folder of an existing skill that you've created and add it to this prompt for Grockbot to add. The second way is to give it a link to a GitHub repo or a file storage URL for it to clone. And the third way is just to ask Grockbot to create the skill. And when you create or upload a skill, what it does is it adds the skill as a folder in the computer, which you can see here, meaning any bot can have access to it. And what you could also do in the computer is click here to teach the bot a task. So if I have some kind of elaborate system, like some kind of GitHub flow or copying and pasting a set of tasks, it will record it and it can create its own skill from that. Grockbot also allows you to create routines. As you can see, there's one over here that goes through the YouTube stats of a new video and gives me an overview inside Grockbot, but I could also create a new routine, give it a name, an instruction, and add a trigger. So this could be anything from a schedule or from one of these pre-built triggers. I can also press Command K to access this commands palette where I can see messages all my agents, files, links, routines, and so on. And over here, I can scroll down to go to the settings area where I can look at my usage and billing, update Grok's Bot computer or reset it, or just set rules for auto reviewing. Now, if we go back to the builder, we can see it sent us 2 messages containing screenshots of the site it's created. It's had a conversation with Studio to make sure that everything is correct. And if we open up the builder's computer, you can see it's rendered the working site here on a localhost URL. Now, here's one thing I've seen Grockbot do that I haven't seen many tools do before. Here, I've asked a bot to log in to my Medium account and let me know if there are any urgent notifications. But because it doesn't have my username and password, it's spun up its own browser and given me access to log into it myself. So if I click here, I can go ahead and sign in to my Medium account, then tell the bot that I'm done for it to go ahead and check the notifications for me. And everything that can be done on the desktop app can also be done on iOS, which is very helpful if you want to keep track of what your bots are doing when you're not on your computer. So that's a quick overview of Grockbot, a tool that's competing against Claude Cowork and ChatGPT Work, but does so in a very user-friendly way, similar to a messaging app. But there are a few things about Grockbot that I wish they could improve. First of all, you can't choose a model for your bot. Now, I'm assuming that each bot is using Grok 4.5 under the hood, but it would be nice to see that model and maybe to manually change the effort level based on the task that it's completing. And right now, even though Grockbot can generate images, it can't turn them into videos, which is something that Grok can currently do, so I'm hoping it's only a matter of time before this feature is introduced into Grockbot. There's no built-in browser or diff viewer, so for the previous example I gave for the flights booking app, it gave me a localhost URL that I could only view by accessing the computer. Now, I have kind of got around that by telling Grok to run it on a node or bun server and give me a URL so I can access it on my browser, which it was able to do by installing a Cloudflare tunnel, giving me access to this site. But it would be nice if this was already built into the Grockbot app. And the final issue I have with Grockbot is the fact it requires you to have a SuperGrok Heavy, Cursor Ultra, or Cursor Team Premium account just for beta access. Now, I'm assuming this is only for the beta version, and when they release a version that's open to the public, then you can use it with any account you have. In fact, I'm hoping that a lot of these issues will be fixed over time, because as it stands, I think Grockbot is a really impressive beta. It's very user-friendly and easy to use, it doesn't consume a lot of memory, and on the spectrum of personal AI tools, going all the way from tools you install on your computer that have access to everything, to tools like OpenClaw and Hermes that you can install on a VPS, this comfortably sits in the middle, making it easy to orchestrate an army of agents for the everyday person. Will I personally use Grockbot? Well, not right now, purely because I already have a Hermes bot connected to Slack. I'm very used to the Slack interface, and it's going to take me a long time to switch everything over to Grockbot. But I do like the direction things are going in, and I can't wait to see more updates from this project. If this has got you interested in using Firecrawl, then you can use this code to get 500 extra credits. And if you want to see how I use the official ChatGPT Firecrawl plugin to build a keyword monitoring app from scratch, then check out the next video.